So, I struggled with making this video for a day and a half. And it's actually gave me indigestion not speaking up. I had said, I'm a man of my word. And, but there's a limit to that. When there's a limit, like when it's one-sided and one side's genuine and the other side's fake as hell, it's pretty hard. It blows my mind. But you wiggle your way back into Ryan's good graces, and then you're going to nut ride him, talking smack about Calhoun after the nearly 200 phone calls and 325 texts. It was never me calling you. It was you calling me. Just shy of 200 times. And just over 300 texts. I always stopped what I was doing and gave you an ear. But you see, Cashville, like I told you, during one of those many, many, many phone conversations that we had, with age comes wisdom. And, as a supervisor over 70 some people for nearly 33 years, I've had managers, trainees, and other store managers try to stab me in the back, record me, talking smack about my boss. I've had employees lie to me, employees steal from me. Every trick in the book. And it gives you wisdom. You're able to predict people, right? And I want to tell you a couple things I learned. And for any of you young guys, I'll share this wisdom, and I suggest you digest it. A prediction of the future is a reflection of the past when it comes to human behavior. So what someone consistently does is a pretty easy prediction of what they're going to do, right? What they've consistently done in the past would allow you to very easily predict what they're likely to do tomorrow. So, if you've got a buddy, an acquaintance, one of these fake friends, why is it that everyone that's associated with Upchurch is a backstabbing fake snake in the grass? Man. But if every time you talk to someone, folks, they're bad-mouthing someone, you better bet your ass when you're not there, they're bad-mouthing you. And so because of that, because of the wisdom I had, because a prediction of the future is a reflection of the past when it comes to human behavior, I didn't trust you, dude. I'll be honest with you. Didn't trust you. So I was very careful never to say anything I wouldn't say publicly. And I also had the good goddamn sense to record you and save all the text messages. Because I had a feeling this day would come. I had a feeling this day would come. You would worm your way back into Ryan's good graces, and then you'd start stabbing people in the back to ride his nutsack. And goddamn, boy, did I call it. Boy, did I call it. Now, some of you folks might say to yourself, well, what triggered this psychobabble? Why this all of a sudden? Well, as I said in an earlier video, and this goes back to what I just said, a prediction of the future is a reflection of the past when it comes to human behavior. Every time I have ever heard Adam Calhoun speak about his career, he has taken the time to openly and very humbly express gratitude to Ryan Upchurch. When he didn't have to, never heard the man take credit for himself. So it's pretty easy to predict that that's what he would do the next time, right? So it defies logic that he'd be making diss tracks that nobody would ever hear. It just makes no sense. The prediction would be he would very humbly express gratitude. He did it on Triple T's podcast. He has always said that. But any notion that he'd be a nobody without Ryan is nonsense. It's just nonsense. Because, like Adam said himself, where's all these other people that Ryan featured? Why aren't they superstars now? Why is it only him? Yeah. So, and so, a prediction of your future, Cashville, would be you'd be trash mouthing people behind their back because that's just who you are. I want to play this clip for you guys so you can understand why. Yeah, Cashville, I'm a man of my word, but I want to tell you something, dude. It's right here. I'm about to puke it up. This gave me indigestion. I hate fake people. I hate people that have motives. I hate people that do that. They're just the worst society has to offer. If you got something to say about somebody, if you ain't got guts enough to say it, then don't say it. Don't say it. You guys got... So I'm listening to Triple T's podcast, and Cashville comes on there, pops on there with this typical, predictable bad connection, mic cutting out and shit like every damn time he shows up anywhere. And he starts nut riding Ryan, talking smack to Calhoun. Right? Fine. What's that got to do with me, right? I don't care. No skin off my ass, right? But then you said a couple things that I just can't fucking stomach, dude. Because everything you accused Adam of, you're guilty of. Everything you accused Adam Calhoun of on this podcast, you are guilty of. And I'm telling you, dude, it's hard to stomach. Now, I know, let me play the clip first so you guys can get some perspective of why this really irritates the shit out of me.
So you was a successful rapper before you met Upchurch and started doing songs with him and him shouting you out and doing videos and shit.
Was I
So
successful?
He didn't put you in the game all of a sudden.
Yes, I just said that.
Many times.
Okay, so why talk shit behind somebody's back though?
Tell us, Cashville, why talk shit behind someone's back? That is a damn good question, isn't it? Isn't that a damn good question? Why talk shit behind someone's back? Well, in your case, you talk shit behind someone's back because you don't want to lose your income. So you can't say publicly what you say behind certain people's back, right? So, yeah, that's a damn good question, but it's a good question for you because I've never heard Adam Calhoun say a negative word about anybody, to be honest with you. I don't know the guy, but he certainly never used his social media platform to trash anybody ever. So where's all this back talking going on? Where's all this trash talking people? Where's it happening at? Because it sure as hell's never happened on his YouTube channel. That bothered me a little bit because of the nearly 200 phone calls and 320 texts I got from you when I was the only one that had the courage to call Upchurch out for tormenting a grieving family. And it was easy for me to do. I'm a father. I lost a stepchild. I couldn't imagine losing one of my own and some punk on the internet talking smack about it, accusing me of lying, accusing me of making it up to scam GoFundMe money or something. I could not frickin' imagine, let alone a celebrity. I mean, you and I had that conversation many, many times, didn't we, Cashville? We had that conversation a bunch. And you said a lot of things, but you couldn't speak on it because, man, you just can't do it because, the money. But it's this. This is where this next paragraph from you is where it puts it right here, and I'm having a hard time holding it down. It shocks me that you said this to him. I'm absolutely floored. I mean, you are one of the fakest people I've ever in my life ever had the pleasure of talking to. To watch you go full simp after everything that came out of your mouth is just mind-blowing. But this is just ices the cake.
Talk shit behind somebody's back though.
If you felt that way about
Kylie Rodney, now why not say that 2 years ago? Why wait until now to say that?
Well, I can tell you why Adam didn't say anything 2 years ago. Cashville. I can tell you exactly why he didn't. Because he was a loyal friend. Unlike you. Unlike you, he was a loyal friend. And although it sickened him, because he is a father, so I know damn well it sickened him. Any parent was turned off by that shit. Anybody that has a child was absolutely disgusted to listen to that punk, that pompous rich punk, torment the shit out of a grieving family and make a mockery of their child's death. But I already know, we're back to prediction of the future is a reflection of the past, right? I already know by who Adam Calhoun has proven to be, a conservative family man, that it ate him alive. Not to say anything. But he was a loyal friend. So instead of saying shit behind his back like you do, he just didn't say anything. But when it's not reciprocated, when it's taken for granted and then spit back in his face, he's just like me and everybody else. He couldn't keep it down no more. So that's why he said something now and didn't say nothing then. I'll answer that question for you, for him, because I know that would be exactly what he would say based on that prediction of human behavior. But let's talk about why you never said anything about it. But you could call me 3 times a day telling me how goddamn horrible it was. You could send me nearly 300 texts telling me how goddamn horrible it was. I knew this day would come. Thank God I had the good sense and the insight to know you are two-faced and cannot be trusted. Dude, I'm going to say this one time and one time only, Cashville. I'm telling you, I want you to hear me. It's right here. I'm about to throw it up. It's giving me indigestion to watch you be so goddamn two-faced. And to be shitting all over Adam for one reason and one reason only. Sucking up church balls, just like the rest of Crack Squad. And that is the only reason you came on this podcast and opened your mouth. Because the entire time you were calling me, you were telling me how great Adam was and what a piece of shit Ryan was. Isn't that true, Cashville? I hear Kylie Rodney's name come out of your mouth ever again, I will upload every goddamn bit of this shit to the internet. Because there's a bunch of you that thought Cashville was your friend. And right here would prove otherwise. Damn, dude. Don't take my word for granted ever again. Do you understand? I will not chew it another day. Man, you are really one hell of a fake, two-faced individual. Adam, dude, this guy's got nothing on you. When Ryan cut his money off, He called me physically bawling like a baby with snot coming out his nose. Didn't you, Cashville? Call me a liar one time. I dare you. I dare you to call me a liar one single time, Cashville, just once. Call me a liar. And watch how quick I bring the receipts. I think you need to just butt out of it and stay out of it. And if you want to suck up church nuts, you do it at his house. Don't do it on the internet, and don't do it at other people's expense. And he's a fool for letting you back in. A goddamn fool. There isn't one real person around him. Every single person that's around him is a turd. It's amazing. The only good friend he probably had in the whole world is Adam Calhoun. Adam Calhoun was probably the only person that would genuinely would have had his back, because you sure as hell didn't. You just couldn't say nothing publicly because the money. Well, good. I'm glad money overrides your integrity. Because we all know what a crybaby you would be if that was your child that died in an accident and he was calling you a liar and making a mockery of your child's death. How dare you say that to Adam? After you spent a year and a half talking about how horrible it was, among many, 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 many other things. Don't try me, dude. And I better not ever hear from one single soul that you trash mouthed me behind my back or you called me a liar. Because I will air you out, dude. Big time. Air you out like nobody's ever seen. Dude, how dare you, man? How can you be that shallow